everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I have another currently inked for you guys. I have many pens inked and I really need to go through them. And of course I try to do these once a month, and January just passed, but this was filmed in January, so this is my January currently inked. Let's go look at the pens that I've inked. Alright, switch shot. Alright, let us get started right away because there are plenty inked up. This is one of the pens that I actually need to unink. It's basically empty. Also, I don't really know what ink is in here, which is not great because it's been inked that long, and also I've been letting it sit. James has occasionally used it. It was on his desk and I forgot about it. It is a Platinum 3776 in the burgundy color with a soft fine nib, which is a fine nib. It's, as it said, soft fine. Not as soft as an FA nib by Pilot, I would say, but reasonably soft. And that is the Platinum. See, this is what I was afraid of. It not writing. But we can get it going. Platinum 3776, soft, fine, and I can show you a little bit of what that line variation would look like if you were to press it a little bit. It doesn't look like much, mostly because it is a very fine nib. Like, this nib is super fine. It is actually quite fun to write with. That skipping on the downstroke is definitely it drying out and the ink being almost out. Ink, I can honestly not tell you. It is a sheeny blue. I have completely forgotten what it is, and I'm sorry for that. But any sheeny blue is good in my book, honestly. So yeah. But no, I don't know. Excuse me for that. Nice pen though. Lovely. Next up, I have so many to choose from, is a pen that I still need to review, and that is a Moonman or Majan A1. It is a Pilot capless copy, basically. I haven't done the review on this because I've been kind of torn on it, but I will do like a comparison video. Alright. And Moonman A1. And then this is, I think it's a fine nib. The ink is Pilot blue. And this is a decent pen. It is not a very exciting pen. That's like basically all I can say about it. It's not very exciting. It was not expensive, so I don't mind. It's a decent, I would say it's a nice beater pen. But yeah. Right, that is number 2. Let us move on to number 3. Let me get this out of the way. I put it back into the pile. And that is a pen that I don't often use, but it is a Lamy All-Star, and this is the bronze version. This pen, I've been using it to study, so I'm studying to get certified as a teacher, which honestly, if I look at the materials, I don't really have to do. But I like to be super prepared. Anyway, I'm using this partly while doing that, and it's Lamy All-Star. And the reason why it's kind of fun to use, it's a fine nib, is because it's inked with a Lamy Dark Lilac, and it's one of my favorite inks. So I actually managed to sort of buy a bottle. I've been using cartridges mainly, but so someone I know from pen stuff, we bought a bottle together from someone else who I know from pen stuff. So we shared the cost on a bottle, and we're gonna split it up. Anyway, that's pen number 3. Pen number 4 is one that I also have a video coming online on, and it's a Conklin Coronet. You'll see my thoughts on this soon enough. But it is a Conklin Coronet with a 14K nib. think it's a medium. Yeah, it's a medium. Medium, 14K. And the ink is Diamine Sargasso Sea, which is one of my favorite blues. I don't know if you can see its sheen right now. Might not be wet enough. It's an interesting pen. It is a finish. I mean, Conklin always does beautiful finishes, but this one has a metal cap and like an acrylic body. I like the clip a lot. It's very springy, and it's just interesting to look at. My full like range of opinions on this will come in a different video, but it's definitely an interesting pen. Conklin Coronet. All right, let me go to the next one. And there's a lot of new stuff in here. Like not stuff I just bought, but also traded, and like I sold a bunch of stuff. This is a Lamy 2000. This was a gift. This is a Lamy 2000 with a double rod nib and is bonkers, which I'm gonna show you now. Okay, Lamy 2000. This is my fifth, or well, our household's fifth Lamy 2000. 2000, and it's a BB. Oh, look at that, guys. That is. So this Lamy 2000 is more specific about writing angle, funnily enough. So I've never had problems with the sweet spot on the other Lamy 2000s. There is a sweet spot, but I could always just find it. This one is a little more iffy, which is funny to me. The ink is cross. It looks like it says cross violet, which is like one of my favorites. And yeah, as you can see, I'm still trying to like learn how to write with it. It likes to be slanted a little bit, like that. But it's a lovely pen. It was a wedding gift from Bounty, which is very nice. Gosh, I love having pen people in my life. They love pen-abling me and also gifting me lovely things. Next one is a Pelikan M600 in the violet stripe. Haven't had this inked in a while, and I do really love it. That is the nib. And the Pelikan M600 in a fine is inked up with Sailor Manyo, Yomogi, and it's kind of a drier experience, which I did not expect. I had this ink in several other pens and it didn't feel as dry, but this does feel quite dry. Now this pen, weirdly enough, because it's a Pelikan, is fairly dry, so that might be influencing my experience. But in other pens, this ink felt wetter and actually sheened, so we'll see how it goes. It might change the ink in this because I like a more saturated situation. Yeah, I love this pen. Gift from James. Really nice. All right, 4 more to go. 4. That's not that bad. Let's go for a GP, which is a TWSBI 580 ALR in the purple. It's a purple version, and I don't know, craving a TWSBI. Weirdly enough, also who says craving a TWSBI but me? But yeah, craving a TWSBI. And this nib is the wettest nib I've ever, like, can't even explain it. So I this pen, I didn't like it. I had it inked up before with Diamine Soft Mint, and with Diamine Soft Mint, I had a really dry experience with this pen. I did not have a lot of experience with that ink, but apparently that ink is not a very wet ink. So when I was looking for a TWSBI to ink, I was like, I don't know, I don't really like that nib on that one. I did it anyway, and now it writes so wetly. and it is a dream. And yes, I have another pen inked with Sargasso Sea because it's one of my favorite blues from Diamond. Also, it smells so good. It kind of smells like dirt. I'm weird about ink smells. It smells like dirt. Like sailor inks also smell really nice. But yeah, I like sniffing my pens. Anyway, lovely nib on this. It's very wet. I'm enjoying it a lot. But yeah, good one right there. A little too wet for studying, I would say. You can still see that the ink is still wet. Kind of crazy. 3 more. What should I choose? What should I choose? So, okay, I'm getting one that isn't necessarily my pen, because I sort of got it for James. But since we've been using each other's stuff, it's sort of mine too. It's mostly his. This is an Aurora. It's an Optima in the blue or Aureoloid. I don't really know how to say that, but I'm gonna go for that. And we got a really good price on this. And ever since I tried Brownie's Aurora, I wanted one. This nib is finicky, so it's either slightly misaligned or the tines are too far apart. It's a fine nib. We've been trying to correct it a little bit. It hard starts a little bit, but we don't have a loop currently, so it's been a little iffy. Still a very nice pen. Wasn't new, so it's not like I can return it to a retailer. Anyway, also I don't want to return it. It's not super problematic, but someone might be able to tune it like a pen show. Yeah. Aurora, Optima, and to be fair, I have messed with it a little bit, and it seems a little better. This is a fine nib, and this ink is Sailor Yama Dori. Yeah, I never really thought we would get an Aurora anytime soon, and then a deal came along and we got it. So yeah, lovely pen. James has been journaling with it a lot. I occasionally journal with it, but it's mostly his, and I like to borrow it sometimes. He chose the ink for this, which is nice. One of the downsides of these pens, these Auroras, is that they are a pain to clean. So I told him, like, if you're choosing an ink, please choose something that you will either want in there for a long time or is easy to clean. And I think he went for the I want it in there for a long time. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful pen. I guess video to come. I just did one on an Aurora, but I might as well film something on this too. And then one I got in a trade. It was a really weird, convoluted three-way trade, but it worked out. This is a Decimal in a magenta-y purple color, and it's from the Colors collection. It's not from a standard collection, but it's also not impossible to get. If you look on eBay for Pilot Decimal capless colors, I think you should be able to find it. And I fell in love with this color. It is gorgeous. It translates really well on video, I see. And I'm trying to like think about which Decimal I'm gonna sell. I think I'm gonna sell the red one to like have this replace, because I don't need 3 decimals. I mean, I don't need all the pens I have in any case, but like 3 decimals is kind of overkill. Anyway, Decimal. Pilot. Haven't written with it in a few days. Pilot, capless. What's going on there? Decimal. That is some ink on the paper. This is a broad nib that doesn't always behave. This broad nib is not the one that came with this pen. This pen came with an extra fine nib, which was fine, but it was extra fine. So I changed it up. Twisby. This is kind of acting up. The ink is a Twisby Royal Purple. It's an ink I've never used before, and I don't really know what the properties are. It doesn't seem terribly exciting, but I have so many purples inked up. I love purple, as you guys know. Purple, purple. Yeah, this nib is kind of iffy, which is interesting. See, even I have problems with nibs. Might just be an ink problem. But I'll write this dry and see if it's the ink. I currently have like a cartridge in here that I refilled. So yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, this is second to last, and now we're going to the last. And that is the M600 Ruby Red, which is lovely. Found the perfect ink for this, and it is an ink that I have in a different pen, and it's another purple ink, and I'm obsessed with this ink, but also with this pen. Anyway, look at that. Okay, Pelikan M600. This is a medium. You can actually see the difference here. This is a fine. This is a medium, and the ink is Lamy Dark Lilac. And honestly, I think it's like the perfect ink for this pen, even though it doesn't match. But the feel of it is so good. Like, there's something about the lubrication of Dark Lilac, and I know it's unavailable, and I know I'm like teasing a lot of people with this. It's just so good. It doesn't mean that you can't find it in any other ink, but it is just, there's something really nice about the feel of Dark Lilac. So yeah, I have 2 pens inked up with it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna stop being weird now. Overview of the currently inked. Too many, and some need to be uninked. Specifically, this one needs to really be uninked. And then I'm gonna rate this one dry and see if the nib is being weird for a reason. I think there might be something stuck in the tines. But yeah, the rest is gonna stay for a little bit. Like, there's a couple of pens that I really use for studying. These 2 have been used for studying a lot. So they kind of fall out of the normal range of what I have inked. I forget about them when I'm journaling, but then it turns out I have like 10 pens inked, and it's problematic. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed filming it. This is the January currently inked. It's coming out in February, but it's like February 2nd or something. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.